Here's MCF cage announcer Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the MCF heavyweight division, brought to you tonight by the North Platte Visitors Bureau. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This street brawler stands 5'7", weighing in 203.6 pounds. Yields an amateur record, 1 win, 3 defeats. Training independently in fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska. Daniel, the South Omaha boy, Headley. His opponent across the MCF cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a street-style fighter, standing 5'9", weighing in 211 pounds. He has an amateur record, 1 win, 4 defeats, also training independently, and fighting out of North Platte, Nebraska, Jordan Turtle Davis. Your referee, Rob Lewers.
There you go, Rob Lewers, the man in charge of our opening bout tonight. Midwest Championship Fighting 24, St. Paddy's Beatdown 11. Mike Kendall will make his way back to my side. The cage doors shut. Both fighters say they're ready, and here we go. Underway from the D&N Event Center, North Platte. I'm Scott Carlson, again beside Mike Kendall, and getting things going right away. Jordan Davis, the takedown. Headley, the aggressor, but Mike Kendall, Jordan Davis getting the takedown in the half guard.
Yeah, Jordan Davis not wasting any time here, pushing the pressure on Headley. These guys, really need a victory, so you can see a lot of urgency in this bout.
Definitely, and looked like Davis was going to get himself backed up against the fence to start things off, but taking some shots from Headley and then getting the takedown, and finds himself here in the half guard of Headley. I tell you, the fighters by trunk color, but hey, they're both black. Who coordinated the outfits tonight? Come on, we need someone with a little flair.
We're going to go hair and short hair.
That's right. We'll go shaved head. They both have the bull carton there. A little reversal there for Headley. Now in the half guard of Davis.
Davis, talking to him yesterday, he said that his plans were to not rush, to stay composed. These amateur fighters, it's hard to control their nerves, man.
Yeah.
His game plan was coming here, slow and smooth, but you see how that, game plan kind of goes out the window, early on here.
Don't have a fight clock in front of me, so your guess is as good as mine. Rolling now, a reversal, then another reversal. Davis briefly found himself in the half guard. Now Headley back on top in the half guard of Davis. The log roll. I think we just saw a new MMA move invented right there.
Exactly.
Neither fighter, though, Mike Kendall, really doing any damage from the top position. Been just more both the bottom guy defending, the top guy not able to get any big strikes off.
Props for controlling posture, but this you don't want to stay here. You don't want to burn your arms out from underneath on the bottom. You want to start working to get that guard back right now and start working towards either a submission or a scramble to get back up on your feet, and implement his game plan.
Oh, nice shot by Headley there, gets through, landing a few shots to the temple of Jordan Davis.
Headley got a lot on his mind right now. He's fighting for his buddy John Torres. He's got issues with his medical issues. He's like, what? I'm coming in here. I'm fighting for my homie, dude. That's having to take a pause from fighting. So man, he's got a lot on his mind right now.
Inspired fighters can be dangerous for sure. Again, no fight clock in front of me, but I'm guessing we're about 3/4 of the way through round number 1. All our fights tonight, amateur fights, I believe all 3 rounds. Again, our one pro fight, the main event, getting scratched due to a weight problem from Nolan McLaughlin. And you hear the tap there, so coming to the waning seconds of round number 1 here. And boy, it was Davis with the early takedown, then the reversal from Headley, and we saw him switch a couple times, but I would say the time on top, if that's what you're looking at, he would get points in wrestling. Headley on top most of the time, Mike Kendall.
Headley on top most of the, yes, I would agree, and landing some pretty significant strikes as well. So a tight round to judge right there. But yeah, I totally agree with you on that one.
Queen of the cage, Ava, making her way around the cage with Round number 2 card, as you see Headley, they're looking tired. Both fighters looking pretty gassed at the end of that. And that's what you hear about, the adrenaline dump in combat sports, especially, Mike Kendall, where you come in with all this adrenaline and then it just dumps in those early parts of the first round. Both fighters breathing heavy.
Certainly, and that's the thing, man. One of the fighting's not just a physical, a thing. These guys need to learn that it's keeping composed, keeping your breathing right. You got to hold on to that gas tank as long as you can. You don't want to burn out right now in the first round.
Yeah, for sure. Both fighters in black trunks, so we're going hair as the identifier. Good thing Mike Kendall's not fighting. But the longer hair for Jordan Davis. Oh, Davis again landing early strikes, but Headley firing back. Davis going to go in for a takedown, but Headley controls the head. A loose attempt at a guillotine, if one at all, might just be more defending that single leg takedown.
Yeah. He's doing control. He's trying to stuff him. I think he really wants to get that takedown, end up on top, take it back maybe. That's probably what I would want to do.
Round number 2, Davis with the longer hair, Headley with the shaved head. Sports the dreadlocks of the shaved head. 311. You a 311 fan from out there in Omaha?
311, dude.
Yeah.
I get down every once in a while to 311.
Right on.
I got to MC the Grassroots Music Festival.
Yeah, Grassroots, the best album.
The inaugural one there in Omaha.
I've seen him
Omaha's
20. I've seen him 27 times, man.
27.
Yeah, I love 311.
Dude. I think
Omaha
I got 2.
Boys.
I think I got 2 views of that.
Headley, an Omaha, Nebraska fighter. That's what made me think of it. And, of course, the shaved head reference as well. But Headley, again, in the top position. This is where we saw the fight most of round number 1, except Headley now in side control, spent the first round in the half guard of Jordan Davis.
Absolutely.
Round number 2 scheduled for 3. All the fights on the card tonight, amateur fights, are one pro fight, the main event between Nolan McLaughlin and Blaine Richards Scratch. We'll talk more about that with Mike Kendall later on. Right now, our first bout of the evening, Jordan Davis, the hometown boy out of here in North Platte, and Daniel Headley out of Omaha, Nebraska, an independent fighter. Headley landing some more shots, has almost a crucifix there on Davis, Mike Kendall. Big shots.
Yeah, the South Omaha boy getting it done right here, because, as a brawler, he's as a street fighter, he's been in this position a time or two. This is a very, fights always go to the ground on the street,
Got the crucifix. I'm not sure it was intentional. I think he just kind of ended up there, had that right arm of Jordan Davis pinned, and did get a few good shots landed right to the melon of Jordan Davis. Now in mount on his back.
Kind of got an arm triangle right here. If he would be able to press his back to the mat and then get his hips alongside him, he could finish with an arm triangle. But
thought about attempting to slide in a rear naked choke there. I'm not sure he was aware of that arm triangle. There's a tap there. He was aware of it. It was all. I think he just rolled and cut off that blood supply.
Well, our referee Rob Lewis is a jiu-jitsu instructor, so I'm gonna go up there and find out what we're working with.
You're gonna ask him, but it looked almost like he just had that left arm pinned up against the side of Jordan Davis's head and kind of rolled on it to cut off the blood supply. Mike Kendall doing double duty tonight as he makes his way to the MCF cage and gets ready to tell us the official results of tonight's bout. But it's going to be Daniel Headley improving to 2-3 on the evening. Round number 2 unofficially getting the victory by a choke of some kind. Stopped by our referee. Mike Kendall asking for the official decision. And as I said, 2 amateur fighters that laid it out there. Jordan Davis landed some good shots. And here is MCF cage announcer Mike Kendall with our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Rob Lewis, called the stop to this fight in 2 minutes, 35 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by tap out due to rear headlock, Daniel, the South Omaha boy, Headley.
There you go, rear headlock, and Rob Lewis knows an accomplished jiu-jitsu instructor and fighter out of Omaha, Nebraska, and telling Mike Kendall a reverse headlock. Mike and I were talking WWE early, and here we are, Mike. Our first bout ends with a reverse headlock.
A rear headlock is what it was.
A rear headlock. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, I've never
okay.
studied that, so I'm not exactly sure what classifies as a
I
rear
thought it
headlock.
was something we saw the Hart Foundation do back in the 90s. But there you go, Daniel Headley, the independent fighter out of Omaha, Nebraska, improves to 2-3 in his amateur mixed martial arts career. A victory at 2 minutes 35 seconds in round number 2 by rear headlock.